My great-grandfather came here to Macon County in the 1860s, and then my grandfather owned a farm right across the lake. When I was an only child and old enough, Dad, he liked trading cattle better than he liked farming, although he liked farming. So I ended up kind of taking it over real quickly.
As he was trying to improve it, I was with him all the time. And that's the only place I wanted to be. And in fact, really didn't want to go to college, but when the time came, Mom and Dad insisted that I needed to go somewhere. I wasn't going to go straight to the farm. And so I went to the University of Missouri.
Then I think we almost created a monster, because every place I looked, sometimes we had test plots out for somebody. The connections he made there and the education he got there just opened the world up to him.
Going through those systems, I got to see the new technology that was coming down, but I also got to see the approaches to conservation methods that were working at that time.
We have run the gamut. The transition came all the way from working our ground really well to moving into no-till.
We'd always worked with the conservation districts and building ponds, and we had started to build a few terraces. We didn't have very much at that time. We were able to work with both the Soil and Water District, but also the Natural Resource Service, NRCS, to get a grant to put in a rotational grazing system. It was amazing to see how the grass responded. By giving that grass a break and getting the cattle off, it was able to recover, and we actually were able to increase our stocking density by quite a bit. And so we started looking at cover crop. The first year or two, we had marginal success. Through that training that I had received through the Ag Research Service and working with the University of Missouri, I didn't give up, and I learned that we had to keep trying different things until we just figured out how it worked for us.
You have to think long term. It's a commitment, and it's a commitment in time, it's a commitment in equipment, and it's a learning process. We're not finished. We haven't learned everything about this yet. It's just a gradual development, I think.
We've been able through the years to test and help develop, implement into our operation several different things, including those crop sensors, including how we apply our fertilizers. Today, we're making multiple passes with different equipment to apply those nutrients in a more efficient, environmentally sustainable method, and really see the advantage of giving that crop what it needs in a timely manner when it needs it, with very little impact on the environment. Those type of technologies have made our operation adapt, and I still have to bring that back to my dad. He was able to embrace it and be patient with it, and then still find the good in what was working and what wasn't. All the conservation practices we have on our operation have one's built after the other, and I think that probably my time that I got to spend on the local Soil and Water Conservation District, that has led to some of these other practices, and that exposure of other operations in the state, but also the practices themselves and the benefit versus the cost of them.
We both feel that we're trustees of the land. I think scripturally we're taught that we don't actually own this land, we're here for a short time. And so when we get finished with it or passed on to the next generation, we want to be in better shape than it was when we took it over. And I feel good about that right now. And that's why we do a lot of things we do.
Simply, we want to leave it better. We want to do better. We want to do more with less. It takes my entire family to make our operation what it is. And I really hope to provide the opportunity for the next generation to continue to do what we're doing, but do it better.